So hello, I'm the Alchemist, and in this video I'm going to be explaining the 2018-2019 playoffs. Alright guys, so here's my full playoff bracket. Everything you see here is how I see it going, except the ending, but I'll get into that in a sec. Alright guys, so the first series we got here are the Warriors and Clippers. For obvious reasons, it's going to be a sweep. Rockets, Jazz. If the Jazz's bench plays well, I can see it going maybe to 6 or 7 games. But if they don't, they can win that in even less games, but I don't see how the Jazz can beat the Rockets. All right, moving on to the Thunder. Oh God, the Trailblazers and the Thunder. Now this is a tough one. This is a really tough series because, in all honesty, they might be able to steal another game and make it go to 7 games. But I ultimately think Paul George, Westbrook, and Jeremy Grant will prevail them over the top versus the Trailblazers. I really do. And they don't have Jurkic. Moving on to the 2-7 matchup where we got the Nuggets and Spurs. Now, Greg Popovich is a really, really smart coach, so he'll be able to get a few wins. But ultimately, I think the Spurs' downfall is one, they don't have an amazing superstar, and they don't have enough talent to really beat the Nuggets. I think the Nuggets are a younger team. They more hungry, and Nikola Jokic, who I think is one of the best passing big men in the game, is going to eat up the Spurs. I really do. And I think that's ultimately why you're going to see the Nuggets winning. Now, moving on to round two. Round two has the Warriors and Rockets. Now, Warriors and Rockets is an interesting series, but ultimately, because the Rockets are a worse team than they were the season before, they're not going to beat the Warriors. So that's why you see them in 6. Warriors Thunder. Nuggets Thunder is interesting because this could really be flipped. But ultimately, I see the Nuggets winning due to Jokic and Jamal Murray. Enough said. Conference Finals. They've already shown time and time again that the Nuggets can't beat the Warriors. It's been proven over and over again. Now playoffs can be totally different, but I still see it going in the Warriors' favor. Now moving on to the East. So in the East we have Bucks Pistons, Celtics Pacers, 76ers Nets, and the Raptors and Magic. Now for obvious reasons, the Raptors will beat the Magic. The Sixers will beat the Nets. The Celtics will beat the Pacers, and the Bucks will sweep the Pistons. Now, in round two, all these can be flipped. All of these can be flipped easily. But ultimately, why I think the Bucks will win is because Giannis is playing at an entirely different level this season, and he has a really, really good supporting cast. I don't see how the Celtics are going to be able to stop Giannis. I think Giannis is going to, especially because he's a better shooter now, is going to be able to take over and ultimately prevail against the Celtics. Now this was tough, guys. The 76ers versus Toronto Raptors. Ultimately, if Marc Gasol, Pascal Siakam, Kawhi Leonard, Danny Green, and Serge Ibaka, if they can all play well, they'll surpass and beat the 76ers. Now moving on to the conference finals, Raptors versus Bucks. This isn't going to go either way. I think ultimately, it's going to be a 6-game series. Could end actually 5 or 6, but I think Giannis with his supporting cast is going to be too much. And obviously, in the finals, it's not 4-0. I think it's going to be a 6 or 7-game series, and I think the Bucks are going to win. I think Giannis is going to be too much. But anyways, this has been the Alchemist. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'm out.